What's up, you guys? It's Tea with Destiny, and honestly this video would just be about sharing my thoughts on the incident of George Floyd, and not just his murder, but Ahmaud Arbery's murder and Breonna Taylor's murder. First, I do want to, first give my condolences to the families of the victims that I have mentioned. I honestly can't even imagine what they're going through. But as they can already see, they have tons of millions of people that are behind them, and that will continuously be behind them forever. And we will continuously say their names until we're all going off this world. I don't know how I'm gonna do this, but I'm gonna just speak from the heart. Honestly, our voices matter. You can no longer stay silent on what's going on right now. I don't even think it's possible, and if you are doing it, I don't even think you should be trying to do anything else after that. I don't even know how you can really post a genuine post on something about something that's not regarding what's going on now without posting something that is regarding on what's going on right now. I get, avoiding things. I get if you have a platform, you're trying to make things funny. But at this moment, things need to be said. At this moment, you can't run from things. You can't make yourself numb to things, and you damn sure can't avoid things any longer. I don't know, like my heart is honestly, my heart is heavy. My first experience with police brutality, knowing, I don't even think he was more like a security guard, but was Zimmerman with Trayvon Martin. And that was when I was in middle school. I think I was in the 7th or 8th grade. And I remember the story. I thought it was sad, but my heart ached for his family and for him. And he was young too, and he was like 16 or 17, correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure he's like 16 or 17. And just the story behind it and stuff, I really was sad behind the whole thing. To be honest with you, wasn't a big thing until really the Mike Brown situation, the Alton Sterling situation, and Freddie Gray. And I think it really struck me with Alton Sterling. First of all, with the Trayvon Martin thing, I just remember one incident. We had a Caucasian principal, and my school at that time was predominantly Black. It was different races, like Latinos there. It was a few Caucasians, but it was really predominantly Black. And so it was this one boy who had Skittles, and he had some Arizona tea, and that's what people were doing. Arizona teas and Skittles became this thing. I don't want to say thing, but I can't find the right word, but it was like this protest for us, speaking up for Trayvon Martin. And that's what people had, was this Skittles and Arizona tea. He had it. The principal got mad at him, and I was like, yo, like, what? Like, and at that moment, I was like, that's weird. And as I gotten older, for some reason, I still remember that encounter that she had with him. And I didn't understand why she was so upset. And to this day, I understand why she was, but I just don't know how to put it in the right words. The fact that she saw this Black boy speaking up for what he believed in, and she didn't like that. You know what I'm saying? She didn't want that in the school, knowing that she was teaching the principal. She was the head of mostly Black kids or Latino kids, you know what I'm saying? And for you to say that and for you to get mad at him for that, I think that's ignorant, you know what I'm saying? And as young as we were at that time, and of course he was, I think he was more likely shocked, but of course in agreement, like, I'm sorry, you know what I'm saying? And he put it away real quick. And I always thought, if somebody had a camera, this person would be locked up, you know what I'm saying? That's what I always just believed in. And I'm like, somebody has something. That was just always in my head. And but I believe Alton Sterling was the first video I had an encounter with at home, and I just saw this video and I saw the incident, unfortunately, that the police officers took his life, and made me so angry. I think I even cried, you know what I'm saying, because of the fact that, you know, it was just ruthless, you know, and that's when racism honestly started to give me an eye awakening. And I was so upset. I was just so mad, and I was like, honestly, like, dang, it doesn't really matter regardless if we videoing it or not. We're still going to be suffering. There's still not going to be any full justice for us, you know what I'm saying? And unfortunately, the lives that we have lost, Philando Castile, Eric Garner, Sandra Bland, you know what I'm saying? Freddie Gray, Mike Brown, and even going back to Emmett Till. I, you know, was able to drive through my first protest, and yo, it was so touching, and almost like got teary-eyed a little bit, just due to the fact that it was my first experience, and it's different experiencing in the moment versus you experiencing it by watching YouTube and things like that. So it's way different, and I think I was just so moved by the fact that, yo, we're really out here. First and foremost, Oklahoma barely does anything like this. So for us to come together, just not us as Black people, but white people and Hispanics coming together, talking, shouting, you know what I'm saying, saying their names, posters, honking, driving, you know, I just was like, yo, if this is what the world could be like 24/7, which is unity and no hate, we would be such in a better place. But unfortunately, that's not the world we live in, and unfortunately, we don't have a smart-ass president, you know what I'm saying, who knows how to handle these situations, who can talk about these situations in a very mannerable, educated way. And honestly, you have to be ready to put your life on the line, which is sad to say, because our lives is at jeopardy when it comes to this thing that we thought we had was freedom of speech. And then you get mad at Colin Kaepernick for kneeling because of the fact of what the national anthem said, and then it says, you know, we pledge allegiance, you know, justice for all. What happened to that? Where's the people that was getting on him for kneeling? Do you understand why he was kneeling now? Because he damn sure wasn't kneeling for the health of them. He was kneeling for those we have lost, who can no longer kneel anymore. You know what I'm saying? Who are no longer here. Our ancestors who fought for this. You know what I'm saying? And like he said, and like we have seen Colin Kaepernick, who was a football player, who used his platform to the greater of him, and it sacrificed him a lot, you know? So for those coming at him and that were coming at him when he went back to NFL, for those who were judging him for his protest, do you honestly understand what he was doing it for now, and why he will not give up, and why we won't give up, why people like me will always stand behind him, and other people that are fighting for us, that have lost their lives? You know what I'm saying? This shit is real. It's not a game. It's not funny anymore. You can't avoid it, and you damn sure can't numb yourself to it. And if you are, I'm praying for you, because I don't know how you can go in this world every day or post a regular picture or do anything of that matter without acknowledging the things that are going on in this world today, which is justice for us, Black people. You know what I'm saying? Our lives do matter. All lives matter to a certain extent, but Black Lives Matter is more in jeopardy than those. Because I don't know how long y'all feel like we're gonna be quiet. You know what I'm saying? Peaceful protest is a thing, but I don't know if this keeps going on. I don't know how more peaceful these protests can be, to be honest with you. My heart goes out to everybody, especially, really honestly, I've been seeing a lot on YouTube and social media of peaceful protests, and I even honestly been seeing police officers kneeling, marching, walking with us, you know what I'm saying, walking with the people within the protest, sharing their thoughts, being raw and honest and things like that. And thank you for that. And I hope and I pray that it's just not for saving your own ass. I hope it's really genuine, which I honestly believe that it was genuine from the videos I have seen, and for the powerful messages that I have seen young Black women and Black men share within these protests. Rawness, honesty, you know, shit that needs to be heard. And just know that, you know, that I'm with you guys, you know what I'm saying, that I'm praying for everybody, even those who don't have a good heart. I just, you know, ask Father God just to be with us, to be with you all, especially knowing that Corona is still out in these streets. So just giving, you know, especially that y'all are definitely being safe with that and using the precautions that are needed. And, you know, so just be safe out here. Continue to use your voice. And if you don't have a voice, use your hands to write some, you know, some poster boards. You know, whatever you got, you know, use it. You know what I'm saying? So just, you know, stay prayed up. Continue to use your voice. And know that our voices matter. Again, this is the Inner Tea with Destiny. Be safe. I love each and every one of you, and I'm with each and every one of you, and standing behind all of us. Black lives matter, will always matter, and we will never shut up. No longer how much you kill us or continuously to kill us, we will still be here, standing, rising for those who can no longer do it anymore. Thanks for tuning in. Please subscribe, like, comment down below.